Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Your attitude is the most important thing that you can take into the day. What do you do with the energy that is flowing to and through you? Your attitude is a reflection of who you are. What's going on the inside shows on the outside. And your attitude is incalculably powerful. It can bring about marvelous results, but we must train it patiently day by day. Attitude begins in your conscious mind, your thinking mind, your educated mind. You decide, consciously decide, today's going to be a wonderful day. But you can't just leave it there in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is only a tiny little bit of who you are. You are divinely created. Your conscious mind, your intellect is only 2 to 5% of who you are. And you're not your body. Your body is just the house that you live in. Your body is the instrument of your mind. So that leaves 95%, 95 to 98% of what's going on in your life as your subconscious mind. What your conscious mind impresses upon the subconscious mind is how you go about your day. So rather than just thinking positive thoughts, thinking, yeah, today's going to be great, I'm going to make it a wonderful day, you have to embody that. You have to impress it upon your subconscious mind so that you naturally live that. We must train every single day, patiently. There is a universal energy, you might say universal intelligence, higher power, God. This energy funnels in, it flows in. Imagine, let's take a moment to get quiet, to settle down, to turn off other distractions, to get comfortable and take a deep breath in. Here in Saskatoon, it rained all night long. The buds are starting to come out on the trees. It's a beautiful green starting. You can see it, you can smell it, you can feel it. New life. Today is a new day. You can imagine that the rain has washed away any problems, that it has cleaned the slate. And today you're writing a new story. Today is a day that has never before been lived. You don't have to do the same thing that you did yesterday or last week or 10 years ago. Allow that to wash away. Energy is neither positive or negative. We make it what it is as it comes pouring in. Imagine God energy or universal intelligence, higher power flowing into the crown of your head, swirling all around you, protecting you, being a guiding light, filling you up with divine love protecting you from all harm. Visualize seeing yourself with the good that you desire. When you get emotionally involved, when you not only see the picture in your mind of what you desire, but you feel what would it be like to be real, for that to be your reality. You turn the idea over to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your emotional mind. It's the heart of your being. When you do this over and over, repeatedly feeling what it's like to be the person who already is what you want. Happy, healthy, peaceful, loved, joyful, powerful, purposeful. Then that idea must move into physical form because your subconscious mind has no ability to reject. It can't tell what's real and what's imagined. So you imagine that you tell yourself, today is going to be a wonderful day. You feel that, you believe that, you know that. And because your attitude is a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, that's what creates your results. Good, bad, or indifferent. So decide, is today going to be wonderful? The start of something fantastic? So what do you want? Some people want more money, they want to get out of debt, but that's not the ideal goal, because if you're focused on debt, you actually create more. You want to focus on prosperity, on what you would do with the extra money, with the wealth. You've already paid the bills, there's no debt hanging over your head. What would you do with the abundance, the financial abundance? What would you spend it on? Who would you treat? Who would you help? Imagine you have unlimited money pouring in. You're running your business the way you want. You're hiring people, and they are so grateful because they have an income to serve their families and help their lives and others. How proud are you now that you don't have to have a handout? You are lifting others out of poverty. When you feel abundantly blessed, when you feel you have time and money freedom, you can go looking for bigger, better, more. And that's not selfish unless you want to keep it all for yourself. But when you fill yourself to overflowing, then you can give from the heart, you can give from excess. You never have to worry about not having enough. The universe is always for expansion and fuller expression. What if you had more than enough? You are part of this universe. You are here to expand the universe, figuring out ways to do things better, more efficiently, becoming more productive, not busy, but empowered, productive, changing the world. through your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So let's talk about successful people who go sailing through life from one success to another. And when they occasionally fail at something, they shrug it off and they head right out again. This is from Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field program. In chapter 1, he talks about the magic word, attitude. No matter what a person does, whenever you find a person doing an outstanding job and getting outstanding results, you'll find a person with a good attitude. These people take the attitude toward themselves that they can accomplish what they set out to accomplish, that achievement is the natural order of things, that there's no reason, no good reason on earth why they can't be competent, successful. They have a healthy attitude toward themselves, and as a natural result, a healthy attitude toward life and the things that they want to accomplish. Because of this, they achieve some remarkable things. They might come to be called successful, outstanding, brilliant, lucky. They are quite frequently no more brilliant or talented than you, than the majority of people by whom they're surrounded, but they have the right attitude. They find their accomplishments not too difficult simply because it seems so few others are really trying, are really believe in themselves. When you start to believe in yourself, you'll start to feel brilliant, talented, lucky, successful. You must feel successful before you can become successful. You must be that version of yourself before you can have that. And did you realize that successful people come in all sizes, shapes, and colors, and in widely varying degrees of intelligence, background, and education? Successful people all have one thing in common. They expect more good out of life than bad. They expect to succeed more often than they fail. When you want something worthwhile, take the attitude that there are a lot more reasons why you can have it than why you can't. Set out to earn it, go after it, work at it, ask for it. And 9 times out of 10, you'll get it. When you expect to fail, most of the time you're not even going to try. When you expect things are going to be hard, that attitude actually makes it hard. Everything starts in your mind. Now think about this. Our environment, the world we've created around ourselves, is really a mirror of our attitudes. If we don't like our environment, we can change it by changing our attitude. The world plays no favorites. It's impersonal. It doesn't care who succeeds and who fails. It doesn't care whether we change or not. Our attitude toward life doesn't affect the world and the people in it as much as it affects us. Your attitude affects you more than it affects the world around you. Earl Nightingale writes, "It would be impossible to even estimate the number of jobs which have been lost, promotions or good grades missed, sales not made, marriages ruined by poor attitudes. But you can number in the millions the jobs which are held though hated, the marriages which are tolerated but unhappy, the parents and children who fail to understand one another, all because of people who are waiting for the world and others to change toward them before they'll change, instead of being big enough and wise enough to at least make a test which will prove where most of the trouble lies in our own poor attitudes. Earl Nightingale says, all right, so a successful attitude will help to bring us the success we seek. But just how does a person get this kind of attitude? The easiest and most effective means of forming a good attitude habit is to begin conducting yourself as though you already have a good, positive, expectant attitude toward life. If you've never tried it, you'll be amazed at what happens. Remember that actions trigger feelings just as feelings trigger actions. So you want to take some time to relax and build a picture on the screen of your mind. Your thoughts become ideas. When you hold an idea long enough and you add emotion to it, not the emotion of missing it, lacking it, being jealous that someone else has it and you don't, but getting into the vibrational, energetic frequency, vibrating as if you're already in that state of being, that beautiful idea drifts down from your conscious mind into your subconscious emotional mind. The idea causes emotion and starts to penetrate every cell of your being. And the vibration, the emotion alters the vibration, and the vibration is expressed through action. Your entire body moves in a new vibration. As we express this attitude, the world reacts to us, and the action, as it sets up the reaction, you get a different reaction. Your circumstances, your conditions, your environment start to change. The reaction alters our conditions, our circumstances, our environment. Added together, we call that our results. The world reacts to the vibrational energy that you're giving off. Think about this. I draw to myself magnetically whatever I am in harmony with. If you expect greatness, you will receive greatness. If you expect poverty, prejudice, scarcity, debt, that's what you'll get. You get what you expect. Again, the easiest and most effective means of forming a good attitude habit is to begin conducting yourself as though you already have a good, positive, expectant attitude toward life. If you've never tried it, you'll be amazed at what happens. Actions trigger feelings just as feelings trigger actions. So you can start with taking action, and that triggers a new feeling. Or you can practice thinking and feeling as if you already have your deepest desire and start acting as if, and then it develops in your physical reality. Physical reality is the last stage. Think of a thought that you really want, a picture you truly would love to have be real in your life. How would it feel to experience that? Get emotionally charged. magnetically charged with that attitude, with that feeling. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions create your results. Earl Nightingale writes, "Not long ago I read a line which went, 'Life is dull only to dull people.' This is true. It could also have read, 'Life is interesting only to interesting people.' Or 'Life is successful only to successful people.' You must first become mentally, from an attitude standpoint, the person you wish to be." What would that look like? What would that feel like? Who are you being? The state of being that you're in is what changes the reaction of the world around you, because what you put out is what you receive. A famous restaurateur was asked by a newspaper reporter one time, "When did you become successful?" And he replied, "I was successful when I was sleeping on park benches. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that I would do it." You see, his attitude had been one of success, of expecting success long before the material, tangible rewards of success had been earned. The great German philosopher Goethe put it this way: "Before you can do something, you must first be something." If you find yourself in some negative conditions, circumstances, environments, you want to replace your negative thought energy with some positive affirmations. Listen to positive music, change your environment, hang out with nicer people. Start looking for what's good in your situation, and there is good in everything. Sometimes it's harder to see than other times, but our our sensory factors, our ability to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, those sensory factors pick up vibrations from the outside world. Maybe you want to change the music you listen to, or turn off the TV, or stop listening or reading the news. Start looking for ways that you can help people less fortunate than yourself. Most people use their sensory factors the wrong way, and we end up focusing on present results by using physical manifestation of our past attitudes, past action, reaction, and we end up in a self-doom fulfilling cycle. Our sensory factors help us correspond and communicate with the outside world, but we don't have to take in everything the outside world is showing us. In fact, it would be a good idea to spend some time blocking that out. Stop taking in what you don't want to take in. Stop talking about the terrible things that are going on in the world. Spend more time focused on what is beautiful in this world, in this life. Maybe the rain ruined your golf game this morning, but look at how beautiful and green this world is springing back to life. Enjoy the beauty. And if you can't find it, close your eyes and remember a time that was really special in your life. Do what you need to do to feel good about yourself, to feel good about life. Don't let the bank account balance control your thinking about what's possible for wealth and finances. Don't let the x-rays or the doctor's opinion control your thinking about good health. Don't let present family relationships control your thinking about relationships. If you're feeling bad, that's an error in your thinking. You've been programmed to look for threats in the environment. You've been programmed to live with resentments and justifications and reasons why you can't have what you want. Let go of that by changing the program. Changing the program means thinking differently, feeling differently, and acting differently. Being the person you want to be. What do you desire? Absolutely refuse to let present results control your thinking. Focus on the results that you want, how you'll feel when you have what you want. And as you're thinking and feeling in that state of being, you will get ideas. And when you're in a relaxed state of being, ideas will flow. Write them down and start taking action. Think of this as a message from God or from a higher version of yourself. As you change your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, your environment will change naturally. Create a wonderful day. Enjoy as much as you can of this day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.